So today's thought of the day is actually very thought-provoking, I would say. Turning insecurity into inner security. So let's start with some radical honesty. How many of you have stood in front of a mirror and picked yourself apart? My nose is too big. My skin isn't fair enough. I'm not thin, thin like her. Or how many of you have scrolled through Instagram and felt less than, or less successful, less beautiful, less interesting, less worthy? Or how many of you have stayed silent in a meeting, convinced your idea wasn't good enough, only to watch someone else say the exact same thing and gets applauded? Raise your hand if you have been in that space. Thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement. That voice inside that whispers you are not enough, that's insecurity. And today, we are not just silencing it, we are transforming it into your greatest strength, your inner security. Imagine this. Insecurity is like standing on shaky ground. Every external opinion, every comparison, every criticism makes the ground tremble beneath you. You're constantly off balance, anxious, waiting to fall. But inner security, that's building your foundation brick by brick. With every act of self acceptance, every moment of self reliance, and every whisper of self compassion, you're laying another brick. And brick by brick, you create ground so solid that nothing external can shake you. The earthquake of criticism comes. You stand firm. The storm of comparison arrives. You remain rooted. The flood of judgment rushes in. You don't drown because you're no longer standing on borrowed approval. You're standing on your own unshakable foundation. So where does this insecurity comes from? So I'll say two places: comparison and past wounds. We live in the age of comparison. Instagram shows you someone's highlight reel and you compare it to your behind the scenes chaos. Your colleague got promoted. Suddenly, your work feels inadequate. Your friend is getting married. Suddenly, your timeline feels wrong. Or your neighbor bought a car and suddenly your two-wheeler feels embarrassing. So comparison is the thief of joy. And insecurity is the ransom note comparison leaves behind. And there are the wounds. Maybe someone once called you too dark or too fat or not smart enough. Maybe a teacher mocked your English. Or maybe your ex made you feel unlovable. Maybe your own family compared you to your perfect sibling. So these things happen all the time. So these wounds become the scripts we replay in our heads. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't belong. But here's the liberating truth: insecurity is learned, which means inner security can be built. And let's make this real with stories from our daily lives. Story number one: the social media spiral. Yeah, social media impacts us every day, all the time. So it was about a 17-year-old scrolling through Instagram. Everyone posting aesthetic study photos, beach vacations, perfect skin, perfect bodies. And you look at your own life, exam stress, pimples, your small bedroom, and suddenly you feel invisible, worthless, like you're failing at being young. And insecurity says, everyone has it figured out except me. I'm not pretty enough, cool enough, successful enough. But when it comes to inner security, it says social media is a curated illusion. My worth isn't determined by likes or aesthetics. I am enough, exactly as I am, pimples and all. My journey is my own. Let's take scenario two, the workplace silence. You are in a team meeting, you have an idea, but you hesitate. What if it's stupid? What if they laugh? What if I sound dumb? So you stay quiet. And 5 minutes later, your male colleague share virtually the same idea. Everyone praises him, and you sit there kicking yourself. So insecurity says, see, you don't have anything valuable to contribute. You're not smart enough to speak up. But inner security says, my voice deserves to be heard. Even if my idea isn't perfect, I bring unique perspective. The next time I speak, my silence serves no one, and least of all, me. And let's talk about the family gathering scenario. I'm sure each one of us would have been there. You're at a family function, your aunt loudly announces, Array, your cousin just bought a house. What about you? When will you settle down? And everyone stares at you waiting. And if you're insecure, you'll feel I'm falling behind. I'm a disappointment. Everyone's judging me. But the inner security? Oh, I am on my own timeline. My worth isn't measured by houses or marital status. I'm building a life that's meaningful to me, not impressive to relatives I see twice a year. So the question is, how do we build this foundation? So let me share three powerful strategies. Strategy number one, affirm your strengths. Stop obsessing over what you lack and start acknowledging what you have. You are resourceful, you are kind, you are resilient, and you showed up today. That means you're trying, and that counts. Make this a daily practice. So write down three things you appreciate about yourself, not your achievements, yourself, meaning your qualities, your efforts, your growth. That would be one way because you are affirming your strengths. Or strategy number two, stop seeking external validation. So this is the game changer. Stop waiting for others to tell you you are good enough. Stop performing for approval. Stop changing yourself to fit someone else's idea who you should be. And the moment you stop seeking validation externally is the moment you start generating it internally. You become your own cheerleader, your own approval stamp, your own source of worth. Or if you want to go with another third strategy, that is, you have to practice self trust. Trust your decisions, trust your instincts, trust your process, even when you make mistakes. Yes, especially when you make mistakes, trust that you will figure it out. Because self trust is built through small acts, honoring your boundaries, keeping promises to yourself, choosing yourself even when it's uncomfortable. So every time you trust yourself, you add another brick to your foundation. And remember, self compassion is not self indulgence, it's self preservation. So be as kind to yourself as you would be to your best friend. You wouldn't call your best friend stupid or ugly or worthless. So why do you say it to yourself? So your homework today is transformational. And here's what you're going to do. Step one, write three insecurities you often feel. Be honest. No one else will see it, so it's up to you. Be true to yourself. Maybe it's like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not achieving enough. The insecurity can be any. Try to write down three. Then, step two, for each insecurity, write one empowering truth that counters it. For example, if you say, I'm not smart enough as an insecurity, you can write, I'm resourceful, curious, and always learning. Intelligence isn't fixed. Or if you have written, I'm pretty enough, the statement could be, beauty is diverse and subjective. I am more than my appearance, my kindness, my strength, my spirit, and that's my real beauty. Or if you're not achieving enough, that is the insecurity. The empowering statement can be, I'm exactly where I need to be. My progress isn't always visible, but it's happening, and I trust my timing. And then step three, read these empowering truths out loud every morning for the next week. Let them sink in. Let them become your new script. And here's what happens when you build inner security. You stop apologizing for existing. You stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. And you stop waiting for permission to be yourself. And you stop shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You expand, you rise, you claim your space unapologetically. And the most beautiful part, when you're secure in yourself, you stop seeing other women and men as competition and start seeing them as companions. Insecurity divides us, inner security unites us. So let me leave you with this truth that will change your life. You are never the problem that needed fixing. You are always the masterpiece in progress. And the moment you stop waiting for the world to validate you is the moment you realize you've been whole all along. So your insecurities don't define you. Your wounds don't disqualify you. Your past doesn't determine your worth. You are enough. You've always been enough, and you will always be enough. So here's my challenge. Starting today, commit to building your foundation. Write your truths, speak them, believe them, live them. Stop standing on shaky ground. Start building brick by brick, because the woman who is secure in herself, the man who is secure in himself, they are unstoppable. So I would say, Now go become unshakable. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.